Welcome back to Fueling Growth Marketing for Auto Repair Shops, the podcast dedicated to helping your business attract more customers through savvy marketing strategies. I'm your host, Zane Taylor, and today we have an exciting and incredibly important topic to discuss that every auto repair shop owner should pay attention to: navigating payment security and protecting your business from fraudulent transactions. To help us break down the essential strategies in this area, we have a real expert with us, Mark Walters. Mark brings a wealth of knowledge and practical advice on how to safeguard your operations from fraudsters in the evolving digital payment landscape. Welcome to the show, Mark. We're thrilled to have you.
Thank you, Zane. I'm glad to be here. Payment security is indeed a crucial topic, especially as the frequency and sophistication of fraudulent transactions continue to rise. It's essential for auto repair shop owners to understand the stakes and implement secure payment methods. I'm eager to share strategies that will help shop owners protect their businesses and maintain customer trust.
Let's start with an overview of why payment security is so important for auto repair shops. What makes these businesses particularly vulnerable to fraudulent transactions, and why should owners prioritize this issue?
Auto repair shops are particularly vulnerable to payment fraud for several reasons. First, they often involve high-value transactions, making them appealing targets for fraudsters. A single fraudulent transaction can lead to substantial financial losses. Furthermore, the nature of the industry involves both local and out-of-town customers, which means shop owners deal with various payment methods and customer verification challenges. Moreover, many shops are evolving to adopt new payment technologies, which, while convenient, can introduce new vulnerabilities if not carefully managed. Prioritizing payment security is essential because it not only protects the business's bottom line, but also reinforces the trust customers place in the shop to handle their transactions safely.
That makes a lot of sense. Protecting against these vulnerabilities seems crucial, especially when dealing with substantial transactions. What are some of the common types of fraudulent transactions that affect the automotive repair industry specifically?
In the automotive repair industry, some common types of fraudulent transactions include stolen credit card use, chargeback fraud, and check fraud. Stolen credit card information can be used to make large payments, and if a shop accepts such a payment, they often bear the cost when the fraud is discovered. Chargeback fraud occurs when a legitimate purchase is made, but the customer disputes the charge with their bank, claiming it was unauthorized. This is particularly devious as it involves an element of deceit on the customer's part. Check fraud, though less common today, is still a risk and involves writing checks without sufficient funds or using fraudulent checks. Each of these fraud types can be quite damaging financially and reputationally if not properly managed.
Understanding these threats is definitely a first step in prevention. Let's delve into some best practices for implementing secure payment methods. What strategies should shop owners prioritize to ensure their payment processes are secure, and how can they effectively put these practices into place?
To secure payment processes, shop owners should prioritize several strategies. First, adopting EMV chip readers is crucial. EMV technology makes it more difficult for fraud to occur because it uses dynamic authentication data that changes with each transaction. Moreover, enabling contactless payment methods, like mobile wallets, can be beneficial, as they often incorporate additional layers of security, such as fingerprint or facial recognition on the user's device. Secondly, employing secure network practices, like using firewalls and ensuring Wi-Fi networks are password protected, can help safeguard customer data. Additionally, ensuring that all transactions are logged and audited regularly can help detect any discrepancies or unusual patterns quickly. Training staff on payment security protocols is also essential, as they are the first line of defense against potential fraud at the point of sale.
Implementing chip readers and contactless payments certainly seems like a good step towards minimizing risk. Are there common signs that shop owners and employees should be vigilant about to recognize potential fraud attempts?
Absolutely. Recognizing potential fraud attempts often involves being observant and aware of certain red flags. Shop owners and their employees should be on the lookout for suspicious customer behavior, such as customers showing signs of nervousness, reluctance to provide identification when necessary, or rushing the transaction process. Additionally, be wary of transactions involving unverified or unfamiliar payment sources, especially when the customer is hesitant to provide contact information or their story seems inconsistent. Other signs can include requests to split a larger payment across multiple cards or a disproportionate number of chargebacks associated with a particular customer. Training staff to recognize these signs and encouraging them to verify suspicions before proceeding with transactions can greatly reduce instances of fraud.
It's clear that staying vigilant can really help in catching fraud before it becomes a bigger issue. Let's shift gears and talk about the technical side of payment security. Can you explain the roles of encryption and tokenization in protecting customer payment information?
Encryption and tokenization play pivotal roles in payment security by safeguarding sensitive information during transactions. Encryption involves converting customer data, such as credit card numbers, into code to prevent unauthorized access as it is transmitted over networks. This encrypted data can only be decoded with a secure key, ensuring that even if it is intercepted, it remains unintelligible. Tokenization, on the other hand, replaces sensitive data with unique identification symbols, or tokens, that have no exploitable value outside of a specific transaction. These tokens are securely stored, reducing the risk of data breaches. By employing both encryption and tokenization, businesses can significantly mitigate the risk of having sensitive payment data compromised, thereby securing both their operations and customer trust.
It sounds like encryption and tokenization are essential tools in a robust payment security framework. How important is it to educate staff on security protocols, and what are some effective ways to ensure that staff are regularly trained and updated on the best practices for preventing fraud?
Educating staff on security protocols is crucial, as they are often on the front lines of preventing fraudulent transactions. Regular training sessions should be a part of every shop's routine to ensure that all employees are aware of the latest fraud risks and the procedures they need to follow. During these trainings, employees should learn about identifying suspicious behavior, verifying customer identities, and who to report to when fraud is suspected. Using role-playing scenarios can be an effective method for training, as it helps staff practice their response to various situations in a controlled environment. Additionally, keeping the conversation about security ongoing is important, whether through regular team meetings or updates on fraud trends. A well-informed staff not only helps prevent fraud, but also assures customers that their information is being handled securely.
Keeping employees well informed seems critical. So, if a shop unfortunately encounters a fraudulent transaction, what are the key steps they should take to handle the situation effectively?
When a fraudulent transaction occurs, it's important to act swiftly but diligently. First, the transaction should be documented thoroughly, noting all pertinent details including customer information, transaction amount, and any other relevant observations. Immediately report the incident to your payment processor, as they can provide guidance and may be able to reverse the transaction or absorb some of the financial impact. Next, consider contacting your local authorities, especially if the fraud appears to be part of a larger pattern. Communicate transparently with the affected parties, ensuring them that the situation is being handled seriously and their information is being protected. Finally, review your security protocols to identify any weaknesses that might be addressed to prevent future incidents. In some cases, seeking legal guidance might also be beneficial to navigate the aftermath legally and professionally.
Taking prompt action seems essential for minimizing damage and preventing future incidents. Let's explore the topic of customer trust. How can shop owners build and maintain customer trust through transparency and secure practices? And why is this important for their business?
Building and maintaining customer trust is fundamental for any business, especially when it comes to handling payment security. Transparency is key. Clearly communicate your security measures to customers, whether that's through visible security features on your payment terminals, signage about how transactions are handled safely, or direct communication during the payment process. Maintaining an open dialogue about your commitment to payment security not only reassures customers but also strengthens their loyalty to your business. In addition, resolve any issues swiftly and politely to show that you value their security and trust. This approach not only helps in preventing negative experiences from tarnishing your reputation, but also turns satisfied customers into your best advocates, potentially bringing in new customers through referrals. Overall, demonstrating a commitment to secure practices solidifies customer relationships and enhances your brand's reputation.
I can see how being proactive and transparent can pay dividends in the long run by solidifying customer relationships. Moving forward, what do you see as some future trends in payment security that could impact the auto repair industry?
The future of payment security will likely be shaped by continued technological evolution, featuring trends such as biometric authentication, more widespread adoption of blockchain technology, and enhanced AI capabilities. Biometric identification methods like fingerprints or facial recognition for payment verification may become more mainstream, offering additional layers of security. Blockchain technology, though still relatively new in the payment landscape, has the potential to provide more secure and transparent transaction records. Artificial intelligence will also play a significant role, particularly in fraud detection. AI systems can analyze transactional data in real time to identify anomalies and flag suspicious activities before they result in fraud. For the auto repair industry, staying updated on these emerging technologies and understanding how to integrate them into their payment systems will be critical for maintaining security and staying ahead of potential threats.
Emerging technologies certainly hold promise for enhancing security measures. As we wrap up, can you point our listeners to some resources or tools that can help auto repair shop owners enhance their payment security measures?
There are numerous resources and tools available to shop owners to help bolster payment security. Many payment processors offer robust online resources, including webinars and guides on best practices for preventing fraud. Organizations like the Payment Card Industry Security Standards Council, PCI-SSC, provide comprehensive guidelines and standards for payment security, which are worth reviewing in detail. Software solutions such as fraud detection tools integrate directly with point-of-sale systems, offering real-time alerts and risk management features. Additionally, subscribing to industry publications and newsletters can keep shop owners updated on the latest developments in payment security. Lastly, consider consulting with cybersecurity experts who can offer tailored advice and solutions specific to your business needs. Leveraging these resources diligently can significantly improve the security posture of any auto repair shop.
Thank you so much for these insights. These resources sound invaluable for any shop owner looking to bolster their security strategies. As we conclude today's episode, I want to thank you for joining us and sharing your expertise with our listeners. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the types of frauds that impact the auto repair industry, best practices for secure payments, to future trends in payment security. It's clear that a proactive approach to securing payment systems not only protects the business, but also enhances customer trust and positions a shop for long-term success. To our listeners tuning in today, please be sure to incorporate these strategies and resources into your operations for improved security and peace of mind. Thank you for listening to Fueling Growth Marketing for Auto Repair Shops. Until next time, this is Zane Taylor reminding you that safeguarding your business is a continuous journey worth taking. Stay vigilant and thrive in the fast-paced, technology-driven era.